Okay, so... Hello. The last time I filmed was yesterday in the rain. Why I decided to walk out in the rain for a minute and, hang out there, I don't know why. But I just,
She needed a shower.
Basically, yeah. But we did have storms on and off all day today. And my head is feeling very, it was been raining. You know when it rains and you get really horrible migraines?
Yep.
That's what I'm going through. Anyway, so we're gonna
they say, when it rains it pours.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna briefly, because I don't really want to be 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, and there's gonna be a picture somewhere in the video of me and Emmy. We are holding hands, standing in the kitchen. We're almost the same size, and she is
7.
Yeah, and I'm 39, so there you go. Anyway, we had a fun time with her. We did some cute things, and she loves Heath mac and cheese.
Yep.
And because he made me some for lunch, and what she said? She said,
Almost some.
Yeah, she did, and she ate 2 bowls.
Yes, she did.
She ate more than I did, and she loved it. Anyway, he cooks. Anyway, by the way, he cooked dinner tonight. He cooked spaghetti, and it was so fabulous.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's great. Okay, so on a serious topic, though, we are going to talk about... Oh, my arm hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I have the right angle.
No, you have to be my tripod.
Oh,
Okay.
that works.
Anyway, it's only showing me, though. Anyway.
Well,
no, well, okay.
You need to tilt.
Okay, there we go.
Leverage.
Okay, so, I think it was 3 days. I don't even remember.
It was Thursday night.
Okay.
So yes.
I guess Thursday night. Was it? Or was
I believe so. Is it a Wednesday or Thursday?
Well, I was trying to think of... It might have been Thursday morning. Yeah, because I slept all day that day because I wouldn't have had piano yesterday.
Thursday morning. Yeah.
Okay, so Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I had a seizure. Well, that's sometimes if I'm just not feeling well or, whatever, my body can have a seizure. And if I sleep hard, my body can have a seizure. So, that's what happened. But not all of my seizures are shaking seizures. So, some of them are, but sometimes I can have seizures at night where, my neurologist, he calls them,
creepy seizures. That's what they should be called. I don't know what
You'll have your turn in a second, babe. You'll have your turn.
I know, but that's what they should be called.
I'm just joking. Okay, before we don't... Okay, I'm glad you're still here. Don't walk away yet, okay? But they call them petit mal seizures, absent seizures, and or staring seizures. So, literally, I could be getting up in the middle of the night, going to get some water, and be having a seizure. But,
Hold on.
That...
Side note. Huh. Did you have all 3 of those that night, or just the staring?
When I was around you, I think they were just staring. I couldn't tell you for sure because I had woken up.
Okay.
So, but I can have any of those at nighttime. So,
okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. You would know if it was shaking because I would be jerking.
Oh, no, I know that, yes.
I would be able to tell you, uh-oh.
I've seen those before, and
I would probably be able to tell you more of that than the other ones because I would be I'm jerking, it hurts, and then you would know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I had a seizure, and... oftentimes in my seizures, no matter what kind of seizure I have, I'll still have an aura where my auras are very consistent. They don't change. Every time before and after the seizure, I will taste a very, very strong metallic taste, and I will smell fingernail polish. Sometimes I do smell the fingernail polish.
Well, I did paint my nails the other night.
But I didn't even have that aura the other day, so but that I think that aura happens if I have really kind of bad seizures or maybe more more than one. But every single time, whether it's a little seizure or multiple, I will taste the strong metallic taste. You never don't want to taste it.
Nasty.
And when I taste that, it's not the taste already bothers me, but it's more of I know what either happened or what's coming, and then I get all upset and I'm like, okay.
Another side note.
Huh?
Don't sometimes you also smell other weird smells?
People can, but the main one that
I'm talking about you.
The only 2 smells that I smell when I have a seizure is fingernail polish or fingernail polish remover.
Oh, okay.
Or smoke. If there's not a fire, if there's not a fire, it's a gasoline smoke. But that's But that is not it's every time. So it's not it's not Like,
Yeah.
if I ask someone, do you all smell that? And they do smell it, we're good. If they don't smell it and I continue, like, it has to be really strong, though, not just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
someone did fireworks outside.
Right.
So if I smelled that and nobody else does, we might have a problem. Anyway, okay, so so I had a seizure, and I it's like 3 a.m. So sometimes if I have a seizure from sleeping really hard, I woke up, like, it woke me up. I didn't, the
And
seizure
I'm
woke
dead
me up.
asleep.
And my arms like this were really heavy. I mean, so heavy to where I was like, oh my. And I tasted that. So I remember bits and pieces, and I'll let Heath tell you his experience of, he knows I have epilepsy, you guys, obviously. He knows I have seizures, but, my treatment does pretty good, and for the most part, he hasn't seen me have a seizure just yet until this past week. And, like, inactive. Like, we may have experienced it, and, we were asleep or something, but this is his first time actually experiencing it. So I remember what I remember is I remember getting up, texting my mom. It's 3 a.m. It was storming, but I didn't know it was storming because I was confused. It was at night, and I didn't care. I texted her. I said it's storming, and I walked downstairs, and I don't know what happened after that. But anyway, I do remember tasting metal, and I was very confused. So I'll let him tell you. Can you, like, give me a break here? Okay, right.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, now you tell them
Am
your
I on
experience.
me or you?
You're
Or
on
both?
you,
Okay.
and you can be on whoever
Trying to
you
get
want.
both of us. Okay.
You're good. Okay, so
Well,
his experience.
I'm laying there sleeping at 3 a.m. She walks in my door and kind of startles me. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she says, "It's storming." And I said, "Okay."
Just like that too.
I said, "Okay, I hear it now." And then she comes over to the bed.
Oh, side note, he does wear a
I wear a CPAP mask.
And
she put her hand on my face to see if I was wearing it.
I said this. I'll show them I did. I said, "Are you wearing your?"
Yeah. Because, side note, I don't wear it when it's storming.
Yeah, and that's what's in my head.
Hits the house. I know it's silly, but
I mean, better to be safe. But I couldn't get all the words out of him. I couldn't.
Right.
Anyway.
Then she continues to walk away. Says something else. I wasn't 100% sure what she said. Then she stopped at my doorway.
You asked me, like, if I was...
I asked if you was okay, I think, and then you didn't answer me back.
I think he said I seemed very panicked and confused.
Yes, you did.
Because I walked in his room before, like, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, like, if, like, hey, do you have... I don't know, whatever, you guys. If I walk in his room in the middle of the night...
Sometimes I forget my glasses.
Yeah, I take him his glasses.
Or her phone was in there charging one
Yeah,
night.
and I forget my phone. I usually go in and I'm not, like, panicked. I'm just like, oh, I'm getting this. And I remember in the middle of the night, but this was different. Anyway, go ahead.
But then she stopped at the doorway, at my door, turned around, stared at me.
For like 30 seconds.
And, of course, I'm legally blind, so I couldn't see her staring at me. I could just feel it.
Oh, I was, though.
And then she walks out the door and shuts the door. It was very confusing and very strange.
And then, so you said you were laying there thinking, like...
Yeah, I was thinking, is she okay? Should I go check on her? But I
think he heard me run to my mom's room.
I did.
And I did.
I ran.
So he thought I was with them the whole time.
Okay.
Which I was okay. But, then the next day, I told him what happened, like, because I was like, yeah, I think this happened... Because I was like, when you have a seizure, you're, like, really tired the next day. I mean, like, out of it.
Right.
And he was like, oh, my goodness. I kind of knew, but I also didn't.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling, but I wasn't 100% sure.
He by the way, yeah, and he wouldn't, just so y'all know, don't freak out or nothing. He would never, like, not go check if I had a seizure. He literally, I did go to my parents' room, and I think he did not hear me go back upstairs. Again, it's storming outside. You can't always hear every little thing. So, like, the next day, we were, like, talking about it, and... Okay, it's my turn.
Yep,
we were talking about it, and so I slept most of the day, and then I felt better after that day. But, like, I think, so my questions now is, like, now knowing, like, kind of, like, what that was like, were you worried? Because you were pretty calm to me, but I was really confused. Like, what did it make you feel like?
I mean, it kind of scared me a little bit. Not because I was scared for you guys, just it scared me for the simple fact I didn't know 100% what was going on.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you've come in my room before.
Yeah.
And I thought, She seems a little different, but maybe she was just half asleep.
Yeah, which I was half asleep, but
Right,
it's still
but,
hard to know.
yeah.
But now that was very obvious. I
Well,
think.
yeah.
But I couldn't tell them at the time because when I'm having a seizure like that, I don't ever really tell someone I'm having one because I literally can't. I'm just like
I understand
confused.
that. Right.
I'm like, I focus on like, what is around me, what's going on, and then I realize, dude, I just had a seizure. Like that was.
Well, now I know if
Now
you
I'm
seem
tired.
confused, then
Yeah.
there's probably something going on.
Yeah. So, but I think that it's really important to talk about because in relationships, like, you know someone has, whatever condition they have or whatever, and I think that sometimes people are like, well, wouldn't that scare you, or wouldn't that like bother you, or wouldn't that like, well, I mean, I can't answer for anyone else but myself. And okay, so if Heath was the one who had seizures now, I mean, yeah, I'd be nervous and scared, but I wouldn't be nervous because he had seizures. I would be more nervous for him, like, is he okay, or like, like what should I do? Like, not saying we wouldn't get through it, but more of just like, look, it'd be weird if someone had epilepsy and you're not nervous. Like, that's...
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the same for me. I'm nervous for you because
Yeah.
I'm not nervous about the seizures itself. I'm nervous about what the seizures would do to you because I know in the past before you got on treatment, the bad ones
We've
that
had
you
a pretty wild past,
right,
we're gonna say.
Right. And so I'm always nervous or worried that, hey, what happens if, your medicine eventually stops working, or if, you just end up having a seizure that, hurts you. But regardless of what happens, I'm still here. I'm always going to be here because that's what you do with somebody you love.
That is so true. Like,
just being honest. You go through every hardship and every disability, every whatever it is.
Whatever, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like, you... And I think for me, like, the one having epilepsy, like, I always say this: you don't control epilepsy. Epilepsy controls you.
Right.
But I know that even with that, like, God still is in control of everything. So I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying, that God isn't in control or anything like that. I just want people to understand how, like, epilepsy it does work. It's a neurological thing. You don't really get to say when you do and don't have a seizure, for the most part. As long as your treatment's working, which...
Well,
or as long as you don't take your treatment, is what I'm trying to say. But I do, so...
Well, that's the one thing I can say. I think that's what kind of helps me a little bit with the nervousness is knowing that God is in control and God is going to protect you. I just know it.
For sure.
Not only that, the other thing is knowing the warning signs or just a little picking up on the little signs of, I may be having a seizure, or I am having a seizure. That's helpful too because, like you said, that was the first time I ever saw it.
Yeah. This might have to be just one vlog on its own. Y'all, the picture will be in the other vlog. We're going to end out the other vlog somehow because this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a topic too that I think that it's easy for someone, to say, like, oh, yeah, it doesn't bother me when someone has epilepsy, or it doesn't bother me when someone's blind, or it doesn't bother me when... And let me be real clear. Like, real clear. I've always said this because I come from the blind community. And so, like, I've never really had a relationship with someone who isn't actually visually impaired of some sort. But that's not because I didn't date people because they're visually impaired. That's just kind of who I know. Just like when people date people in high school, or people, if Heath was literally just like someone who worked at Chick-fil-A and wasn't blind, I'd probably be like, yeah, we should hang out.
Oh, she'd be with me just for the Chick-fil-A.
Totally. But I mean, and I'm just being like, really transparent here is the thing is like, I don't you don't fall in love with someone because you're both blind. Like,
No.
you don't fall in love with someone because you grow up with them. You don't fall in love with someone because you both love music. Those things
Those
can
are
be
nice.
yeah, those are really nice.
But God's the reason that
Exactly.
we're
Like
together.
it's
You put it both together for a reason.
exactly like when people ask like, well, what is it that, you know, brought you two together? And, you know, I don't say, oh, we love music or we love, you know, those are things that we talk about. But it's like, God brought us together because I've never been able to say that before.
I mean,
So, go ahead.
just to be honest, I mean, there's not too many people out there in the world that would want to date a 4'5" midget. No offense, or dwarf. Sorry.
He can call me that, you guys.
I
It's
used the
okay.
wrong term. My fault.
He in our family, he's part of family, so he can say that. But anyway, hold on a second. Side note: dwarfs. He's not calling.
Little person.
We're good.
Is that
We're
better?
good.
I'm sorry.
He calls me
I
that
messed-
all the time, so he's not saying that towards you guys. So please don't get offended.
I messed
Anyway,
up on the terminology
it's okay. It's
from
okay.
time to time. My
But
fault.
he's not doing it to be. And I know you're not. I'm just telling them like
Right. Yeah.
all the little people
Right.
out there. Look, I love you.
Don't
Seriously.
Don't come hating on me.
No, don't come after him. He's saying it to me. Anyway, go say you're gonna say that.
Anyways, but what I was saying is not. There's a lot of normal,
Typical size.
typical people that are very picky, and not only picky, that are also discriminate towards somebody that would be your size.
Okay, you're
and
gonna
just-
have to help me hold this.
And just wouldn't even
This is a
want,
good video, and we're
and
getting
just
deep.
wouldn't even just
Thank you.
even wouldn't even want to try to talk to you, just for the simple fact that you're short, or because you're blind, or because whatever other problems you have.
Either that, or they would look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, you're really nice," but
Yeah.
in their mind, they're not gonna. Which is fine, because if someone's not gonna date you, they're not meant to be, kind of thing.
Right.
But also, I feel like when I come back to, like, the whole seizure and epilepsy thing, like,
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun, you guys. Honestly, we do, and
Oh,
we're
we
not
have a great time
gonna.
together.
Yeah, we're not gonna focus on the tough times, but we're not gonna pretend like they don't happen. And when I say tough times, I'm talking like, for me, and this is just me, okay, like everybody has like, things that they go through, but when I say tough times, I'm genuinely talking about if I don't feel well, because if I don't feel well, like I'm not very I get kind of upset, like I don't.
Well, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
No,
you.
it's
Go ahead.
fine. It's just I don't want you to forget you're gonna say though.
I won't.
But like, so when it comes like when I had a seizure, like I had no doubt. Like, this is for the first time. Like, in the past, I've had seizures, and I worried. I genuinely worried, like, I'm gonna run someone else's day, and that's what it felt like. And I worried, like, this is not good. But like,
You
literally
talking about
for
because you had to sleep all day, because it wore you out.
yeah, that, and I
That
didn't
didn't
feel
bother me
like
one bit.
I also felt like it made me like not as good of a maybe like friend or girlfriend or whatever, because I had a seizure, and I should, like, it's when you're with someone who basically, for the first time when I had that seizure the other night, I was more just upset that I wasn't feeling good, but I was not worried at all whatsoever that he would be.
I had to go to both hands.
I know. Can we help you so we don't
Now
cover
do you
the
go up?
camera?
Oh,
I got you now.
cover the camera.
I know, I got you now.
thank
We
you.
can take turns now.
Okay, thank you.
But there wasn't there wasn't one, thought in my mind that night that, like, oh, what is he gonna think that he's experienced that, or like, what is that going to change how he worries, or stuff like that. Like, that didn't even cross my mind. I didn't think about that though until I thought about how it didn't, because that's not how things have always been in my life. I'm just speaking in general terms, but I have to be real, because when you have epilepsy and you date someone, like, they have to know about it. And when someone like me who has epilepsy, sometimes it can be really, really hard. You don't think about it. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I have epilepsy. It's not. It's really hard to say, I have epilepsy, and sometimes I'm going to have seizures, because guess what? That other person is technically, like, I guess, responsible? could be the word. Basically, if you have a seizure and you're around them, you don't get to choose how things are gonna, turn out.
Right.
You do the best you can.
Right.
So, like, when you're in someone like my shoes, during the seizure, I'm not able to help you. Obviously, we talked about it, and we talk more about, like, what we do. And we do have a plan that I'm not going to get into right now, because that can be for another video. But, like, we do have a plan of action for seizures. But the thing is, like, this is more of, like, emotional stuff, and also how it can be stressful when you have epilepsy and you feel like you disappoint people, or you feel like, well, like, now that they've seen it, they know I have epilepsy, my friends know, my family knows, whoever, are they going to be afraid to hang out now? Or, like, even though mine is controlled, my epilepsy is really controlled, but it's hard because when you have seizures, you still need to be able to do what everyone else does as best as you can. Sure, there's limits, and sure, there's things that we got to do differently, and that's okay. Like, I've accepted that. But one thing that I think is the hardest part about epilepsy, besides the seizures themselves, is how will people treat you? Like, are they gonna not want to be around you because you have seizures? And trust me, I've actually been there, and it is not a good feeling.
No, it's pretty sad.
Yeah. So
people don't want to be around you just because of that reason.
Yeah. And
but as a side note, I've actually had, and this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but I've actually had people that was in my middle school when I first found out I had my eye problem would be like, "Oh, don't get around him because you might go blind too." Like
it's contagious.
Yeah, like a contagious thing.
You should have been like, you better cover your eyes right now.
It's just a bunch of idiots. Like, oh my gosh. But I know it doesn't compare to what you went through, but
it's still,
I'm just saying, it's funny how when you do have something like that and it comes out to people knowing, like they come up with some of the dumbest things, or they don't want to be around you because of some of the dumbest things, and it's just so weird.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was also going to say, and I think you've hit on this on one of your other videos about your heart thing. But only thing I was going to say is, the day I went to the heart doctor with you, it was a very eye-opening experience. But I noticed you was nervous the night before and the day of, because you never know what's going to come of it. But what I did, I kept trying to keep positive and keep telling you it's going to be okay. And I think that's part of what you do for each other.
You do.
You want to be there for the support and the comfort. And, I have a bad day. She does the same thing for me. Mm-hmm. I don't have as many physical problems as she does. But I have bad days just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And what do you tell me? It's okay. It'll be fine.
It will be okay.
And we talk it through, and
you need some Chick-fil-A?
The day goes, yeah, sometimes, yes.
We do. We actually do that
and
sometimes.
the day goes on, and, it gets better. She brightens my day every day, so. And that's never going to change, but no matter what happens.
I feel the same way. Like, and that's the thing, like, yeah, seizures do make you nervous, but I don't sit around thinking, oh my goodness, am I gonna have a seizure later?
Yeah.
It's just in the moment when it happens, I can honestly say, ooh, this is a good tripod right here.
There you go.
For the
that works.
First time in my life,
And
besides being with my family,
forever.
I know, right? Besides being with my family, because obviously my family's gonna understand because they do. But I can say that I never, when you have to think of seizures and epilepsy are stressful anyway, period.
Yeah,
they're just stressful. Mm-hmm. And then when you have to think of other things on top of having a seizure, like what needs to get done, that's not actually healthy for epilepsy. That can trigger more seizures. And that's just for anyone. That's not just me. That's for anyone who has epilepsy or seizures. If you're stressed out about even little things, like, because it's a very sensitive condition. So, like, even if I have a seizure and I'm stressed out about, like, oh, well, what are we going to do about this tomorrow? Like, in my mind, I'm thinking about it, but I need to just, like, my brain needs to chill, which is why we do have emergency medicine for it. But also, when they do stop, too, then I just go back to sleep. But I was also trying to say that, like, So when you're stressed out about other things and you're just trying to recover from a seizure, that can be difficult. And like for the first time ever, dating wise, I had the seizure, I slept, and I didn't feel like I was a burden or like I was stressed out at all. And I just.
Well, I'm just going to say right now, for anybody that thinks that you're a burden, then that's sad on their part, because you're not.
I mean, and, I always say, like, it's just really, yes, kind and sweet and all that to hear, but that actually, like, I need a stronger word, because, like, that's something I think that everyone should hear about you or anyone. So, like, whatever you're going through, whatever it is, whatever medical condition you have, or, whatever, like, it should be the same way. And if you're feeling peace about it, like, I felt peace when I was able to go back to sleep and be like,
Right.
yeah, it's okay if I sleep all day. Like, I think I said I'm sorry, but that's just my normal reaction. I wasn't.
You did, but you know me.
Yeah, like, it
all
wasn't,
good.
and I don't even think I was upset. I was just like, oh, I'm sorry,
No,
I
I
slept
know.
all day. And you're like, it's okay. And no joke, you guys, no joke. I literally got up and we went to Chick-fil-A the next day at 3 o'clock.
We did.
We did.
Yes.
Because how we see it is like, sometimes, okay, that's what we like to do. Go out and eat together and have fun. We do other things too. But it's been a rainy week. It's been,
It's been kind of hard to get out this week.
It's been kind of hard to
because of rain.
go places, and it's been also really hot too.
Yes.
So just to go sit down inside and eat is fine. And especially when you've had a seizure, sometimes I just want to get out and get fresh air, but I don't really want to go do a whole lot. But I'm also feeling a lot better, so I don't want to push it. Anyway,
Right.
It was really fun. We always try to find, like, whenever we've done something, like a doctor's appointment or something, we'll go do something fun afterwards. We do something fun anyway, not just when we see doctor's appointment.
Right.
But especially when we have something like that, I think we have agreed, like, as long as there's nothing else going on, we just go do something fun afterwards.
Right.
So we can, like, have fun. Anyway, so, thank you for watching this video. We
Keep subscribing.
yeah,
Hit
we
the
hope
like
that you
button,
do.
please.
We'll do some more videos here soon. Might take a couple day break. We'll see. Not really a break. I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to film probably till next week, maybe. If I do film this week, I don't know. Let me just, like, third time rephrase what I was trying to say. If I'm filming, I'm not going to post right away because I'm probably filming throughout the week and I don't know what's going to even go on. So, we'll just see how it goes. But, anyway, so, yes, thank you for
Hang
watching
in
this
there,
video.
Be patient, and
We're going to go end out another vlog because I just made this one really long. I said it was going to be brief, and I always say that, and it never is. So, you should not believe me when I say that. Okay, so, anyway.
thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Click.